Okay, so I'm reviewing the come up once more and at least give me a shout out for doing it. Okay, you guys, this be your boy Scotty, and I'm here for my review on The Come Up New York, Season 3, Episode 1, okay? If you don't know what The Come Up is, The Come Up is a gay reality-based, reality show. It's on the Gemini Films channel. They have The Come Up ATL, they have The Come Up New York, and they now have The Come Up Miami coming out. So, yeah, so this is the third season of The Come Up New York. I will tell you this before I get into everything that happened. The Come Up came up last season. They had a great second season. The first season was, it was okay. It was a lot of drama. I didn't really understand a lot of the drama. I really wasn't here for like everybody versus Montel because I didn't understand why everybody was versus Montel. However, it wasn't a bad season, but season 2 was the shit. That was their breakout season, okay? So I'm here to review season 3. All right. We have a couple of new faces, a couple of old faces, so we're going to get right on into it. Allergies is fucking with me right now. So we see ONeal, okay? The chocolate, sexy ONeal, okay? He's been doing a good, he's been trying to get his footing in the fashion world. He's trying to get another line set up because he just put his lashes line down and now he wants to do an eyewear line. And he wants to partner up with one of his best friends by the name of Sashay. He proposes the idea to her and she pretty much says, okay, we're going to go along with it. So after they talk about the idea for the eyewear line, which I feel like would be a great line for ONeal because he does wear great shades and shit like that. But in addition to doing like an eyewear line, he should also venture off into doing some clothes too. Because ONeal is a snazzy dresser, in my opinion. I feel like out of all these people that's been on the come up, he's the best dressed person, and I love the way he styles himself. Like that red and black Vice Lord look that he had for the reunion, I love every bit of it. So if I ever needed somebody to style me on anything on this show, I will always ask ONeal because he got great sense of style and I be wanting to copy some of them outfits, but that's another story. But then he talks to Sashay about his situations with the guys in the group. He really don't know where he stands with Montel. They ended things on a bad note at the reunion, and baby, they did. Okay, they got into it. ONeal was going to fuck in on Montel, and it was looking like the point of no return at that point. But ONeal feels like at this point they're losing people in the community, and Montel is someone that he really, really cares about, and he would be very sad if something happened to him. So he wants to make nice. Not really make nice, but make amends. And you know what? I understand that completely. Because sometimes when you're on the outs with a person, or sometimes you're not really sure where you stand with a person, it bees like that sometimes. There have been people that I wanted to reach out to that I really wasn't sure why our relationship stood. I was like, you know what, I need to reach out to that person because this has been on my mind and I want to get it off my chest and I want to just reach out because we had a great relationship, but I don't know where we went wrong at. I don't know why it stopped. I don't know where we at. So I want to, reach out, make it right, do whatever. You know what I mean? But for some people, I'm not doing that shit too. But I do get where ONeal is coming from. And him and Montel did have a great relationship. So it makes a lot of sense as to why he would want to make things right with him. And they were good friends. So I say, I'm glad that you're being mature about it. Make things right with your homeboy. That's all I can say about it. So we meet Justin, okay? And Justin is a fine-ass Puerto Rican. He got that body on him. He got the look. He got the clothes. Like, my mouth was on damn fleek when I saw his ass. I was just like, oh, shit, bitch. All right, then. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even really get into light skins like that, but he is fine as a motherfucker, okay? And I was just all in the screen like, that's how I was. I'm like, God damn, Justin, you fine as a motherfucker, okay? Like, get it in. But he's going to like this fashion event because he models at this point too. So he's just trying to get his foot in the water, whatnot. And he's just trying to mix and mingle, get into it. He's a trainer and he wants to get into modeling. He's taking a lot of photos and they posted some of his photos on the show and he looked good. He looked damn motherfucking good. Now, I'm gonna have to drag him towards the end of the episode, but that's another story. However, Justin is fine as a motherfucker, like for real. Like he fine as hell. I don't care what nobody gotta say about it. So we go into Jayceon. Apparently Jayceon got a pass with ex-cast member Aubrey. Karan wanted him to get his story out, being that Aubrey got her side of the story out. And he basically said the relationship just wasn't working. It probably would have been a better off relationship had they been older, but the age difference and everything else that went on, he didn't agree with her life choices, she didn't agree with some of the things that he did, and it just wasn't going to work out. But he still got love for Aubrey, and that's really all that matters at this point, right? That's all that really matters. So I was very taken aback when he said that he was trans. I wasn't expecting that because I thought he was fine as hell. He got that body on him and all of that stuff. So he's trans and taking hormones and doing everything else to get the transition going. So I'm like, okay then, and I'm just letting y'all know right now, I'm still ignorant to the whole transgender thing. I'm still learning this as the days go by because I really didn't have any interest in it at all until my cousin came to me and told me that he was transitioning. So, at the end of the day, I'm trying to learn certain things, certain aspects of transgender and everything else because I don't never want to offend anybody, especially my cousin. So I'm just trying to learn it as the days go by. So, Spanky and his friend Travis, they meet up. And they discuss Spanky's hat line. Now, Spanky got all these different hats that he got a couple of sayings on. And, I would buy one of them. Like, do he got a website or something? Because I buy one of them. I'll wear one of them on a review. Promote, cross-promotion, do whatever you need to do, whatever. But, yeah, so he talking about his hat line. He got a vendor for it. He trying to have an event for it. He just trying to get himself out there. And that's what you're supposed to do when you have a platform like the Come Up. If you got a platform like the Come Up and you got all these damn viewers and shit on there every damn week, you need to promote some shit. You know what I mean? You better take it. You better look at Chasing Dallas and Chasing Atlanta and see what the fuck they do. You better take this shit and you better make it work and make it rain with this shit. That's all I gotta say about that. So, then he started talking about he got troubles in the group. You know what I mean? Like, Montel is upset with him. Chance really ain't rocking with him like that. And all these boys always coming for Spanky. And that is true. Every season, they be coming for Spanky. And Spanky be so fucking unbothered. But I don't know. Maybe Spanky is a little bit messy and don't know that he's messy. Because sometimes people can be very oblivious to being messy. And I think that Spanky is one of those people that's very oblivious to being messy. Like, you messy as hell, but you don't realize that you messy. So, I don't know. Now, we're going to see what it is, okay? So, Chance is basically in the, going to the gym, and there is Justin fine ass in that gym. And I'm just like, bruh, why is he so... Let me sit my ass down. I'm like, bro, why is he so fine? Why is Justin so fine? But y'all know I love me some Chance, too. I think Chance is fine as hell. I know he's short, and I'm taller than him, and I'm 5'11", but I would give Chance the business, and that's just what it is, okay? But, however, I like his personality. He's just everything to me. I love me some Chance now. I just love me some Chance. But he's saying that he want to get into some music. Like, he don't want to be known as a rapper. He just want to get his emotions out in his music. Because when you consider yourself an MC or a rapper, that comes with a whole lot of expectation. I'm glad you know that, because when you first said that you wanted to get into some music and shit, I rolled the fuck out of my eyes, Chance, because everybody can't get into no damn music. Like, music isn't for everybody. So, long as you say you're only doing it for emotional purposes, I can respect that. You don't want to be known as a lyricist, you just trying something out, that's fine. So, he goes into the gym, and Justin is training his ass, and Chance ain't really like feeling that shit, and he feel like the boy trying to kill him. So, Chance pretty much feels Justin in on everything that happened with the Spanky situation and how things happened with Montel and how he's in a better space with Montel, but he doesn't really know where he stands with Spanky because he feel like the fact that he got the fight with Fitz is because of Spanky, because he was defending him at the end of the day. And Justin, who watched the show last season, was like, well, I could see how he could be a little bit messy because, I watched the show last season, so I could understand why it would be taken as such. You know what I'm saying? So he wants to have an event. It's called the Sharing Event, and he wants to invite all the guys to it. And Chance said, he'll bring the guys along or whatnot. So we get into Mitch. He's in the studio and he's singing. And this is not shade. This is really not shade. This is really my personal opinion. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling his voice. I think that, I don't know, maybe he's not using it properly, but I wasn't feeling it. And the other song that they played, like towards the end of his scene, it's like I didn't like it because he sounded a mess on it. Like, I don't know what he needs to do. He may need to take more vocal warm-ups, more vocal lessons or whatever, but I wasn't feeling that song at all. And that's just me being real about it. And if you watching this review, Mitch, I ain't trying to be shady. I ain't trying to knock your hustle nor your talent. I'm just saying that there may be some work that you need to do. It could be the studio that you in that doesn't have you sounding right. That may be what it is, because sometimes, I know for a fact that my cousin can sing, but when he went in the studio to record a song, he sounded a hot mess. But in person, he sounded good. So it could be the studio that you're in. I don't know, but I wasn't feeling it. But I do understand him talking about his relationship with his dad and how he doesn't have one with his dad and how he wanted to put that in his music. And I think that's ultimately the best thing to do, because sometimes when you're going through things, the best thing to do is to put it out in your artistry. And that's what I do. Like, I write and I do YouTube videos, and YouTube videos are everything to me. I'm starting to take it way more seriously at this point, and I put a lot of me out on my YouTube videos, and sometimes it's the worst thing to do because people are evil and cruel, and they'll take it and run with it and try to use it against you for every damn thing you say. But at the end of the day, I'm an open book, and you can't be in these days, you can't be successful if you're not relatable. And I'm a very relatable person, and I think the story that you're telling is relatable as well, Mitch. So maybe with your story, you may have some people that's wanting to hear your music, because although I'm not a fan of the voice, I still wanted to hear the song about your dad, because it did sound like it was gonna be good. That's what I can say. So ONeal is setting up a meeting with Chance and Montel, and Chance is the first to arrive, and they meet up and they catch up, and they're basically saying, okay, I got this line going on. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do music. They catching up, doing a little bit of small talk, and they talk about Montel. So ONeal was like, he just want to make things right with Montel. He want to make sure that they're good, because they're losing people, like I said earlier, and they just want to make things right. So Montel come in, and him and ONeal really have a mature conversation. That is the conversation that you're supposed to have with your friends when you're having an issue with them. You're not supposed to go to social media with the bullshit, Montel. I don't give a fuck if you don't have their numbers. You don't go to social media with bullshit. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when I fell out with Justin J, when he fell out with me, I didn't go to social media with that shit. Period. I never did. I never did videos about it. I never went in on him. I never even discussed it. Now, I can't speak for how he handled the shit. However, when we had our problem and when we had our issue and when our friendship ended and broken apart, I never took it to social media. I never drugged him. I never did none of that. So it's the best thing to do as a friend to have a conversation. When we did have our incident, I did reach out. I called. I text. I did the proper measures as a man, as a mature adult, to reach out to him. It wasn't reciprocated, so I moved the fuck on, and now it's done. So what you're supposed to do when you're in a friendship with a person, when you're having an issue, is you're supposed to sit down and have these type of conversations, mature conversations. No yelling, no screaming, no none of that. Get your point across, let the other person talk, and move on. And that's exactly what they did. And I love the fact that they were able to have that conversation without all this hostility. So when it comes down to Spanky, Montel don't fuck with Spanky. He ain't fucking with Spanky. He don't want to have nothing to do with Spanky. He telling everything that Spanky done said. And like ONeal said, it don't matter what he said at this point, because if you supposed to be my friend, why do you didn't tell me that when he said it? But now that you mad with him, you want me to know what he said about me. It don't matter at this point. I don't even care. So Montel, save it. Just say that you mad with Spanky because he snaked you. Don't bring everybody else into your bitch ass bullshit. That's all I can say. I do like you, Montel, but I don't like people that do that. Like, don't try to bring everybody else into your problem. You the one with the problem with Spanky. Chance got his issue with him based on what he said or whatever, but ONeal ain't got it, so don't bring it to nobody else. So Montel, you talking about friendship, but anytime you can sit up there and tell folks what the fuck your friend said, you didn't tell what the fuck he said when you were cool with him, but now that you mad with him, he's the Antichrist. That's some fake ass shit to me. Like, I don't care if you mad with him. If y'all friends the way you said y'all was, you wouldn't even be sitting up here divulging what he done said already. What he done said just because y'all mad with each other. You would have did that a long time ago, so I don't agree with that, but okay. So, Chance and Montel, they discussed Spanky amongst each other. They were talking about how they feel about the situation, how they feel about him, and how they're going to have to confront him about whatever's going on. So now it's time for the share affair, and, you know, Justin looked damn good with that shirt open, with the chest, like, boy, you look damn good, okay? Ooh, you would get the motherfucking business, you would get the 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 business, I'm telling you, you would get the business. However, when Chance walked in the building, he sees Mitch, so apparently they got some type of history. But I'm glad that Chance didn't act like a fake ass nigga and act like he didn't know who he was. So then we see Ken. Ken is back. Now, one thing I can say about Ken is that I wasn't a fan first season. I wasn't. Because I thought he was a bully. But at the same time, how the hell can little Ken bully big ass Montel? How the hell was he able to bully him? I just felt like he was a bully. He wanted to fight all the time and yada yada yada. But he really not that bad. Especially looking at his videos with him and Chance. Like, I've grown to like him. So I was happy to see him. And I like him better the way that he is without like the extra hair and shit like that. Like, this Trish thing that he's giving, like the makeup, the short haircut, he's still giving me that fish thing, but still giving me a bit of trade at the same time. I like that shit, and then that's when my bisexual side come out, because I like feminine girls sometimes, but that's another story. However, he comes in and everything is cool. So I'm guessing him and Montel is cool, because I can see them sitting down next to each other like they wasn't even trying to fight a couple of years back. So that's a good thing. So Spanky comes in, and Chance and Montel, they already looking at him sideways when he first walked through the door. And when Justin say, hey, Spanky, right? And then Spanky's like, oh, he was like, oh, you already know. So he sat down, and then Justin starts barking at him. And I didn't understand why he was barking at him. He was giving me abusive boyfriend tease, like, why you barking? Like, he didn't mean nothing by that. It wasn't no shade, Justin, babe. It wasn't no shade, babe. Like, it wasn't. Why are you going in on Spanky? You were doing way too much. I'm sorry, but you were. You were doing too much. Like, that was not even that serious. He just said, oh, you already know. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't shade. I don't even get where you got shade from it. And I feel like after your conversation with Chance, that's why you had that energy towards Spanky. Because that's the only thing that I can see that could be the issue. Because I don't know why the hell that went left so fast. I don't see why. And then you still going off, still barking at him and every goddamn thing towards the end. So I don't know. But it is what it is, though. I can say that I'm glad that the episode was an hour. It was a very good opening to the season. And it's making me want to see what's going to happen next. You know? So shout out to Karan. Shout out to the other production team. And shout out to the cast. Okay? I'm here for it. And I'm going to review it for the rest of the season. Shit, all I ask is for my props. But anyway, I'm out of here, you guys. This is my review on The Come Up. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Do whatever you see fit. Follow me on Instagram at Scotty_by_nature. Scotty_by_nature. That's my Instagram. And that is it, you guys. I'm out of here to my Love and Hip Hop Atlanta review. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace and bless.